I say this in all seriousness. I anticipate a record scoreline, both from Leicester, and
Mm.
we know that the biggest rivalry is Nottingham Forest.
Hmm.
They're going to be playing on Friday at 8 o'clock, so
Wow.
stay clear. Um, Interesting. Both teams are doing well this season. Not purely from a results perspective, but from a performance perspective. They're not lying down and getting
No.
badly beaten like a Southampton. I think that this is the game when Leicester get found out for what they are. And I think Forest win 5-0. Chris Wood with 3 goals and Ola Aina with 2 goals.
He's saying that because I own both of them. That's not going to happen, Lumen. I think that is a gritty, there's a red card in there. That's going to end up a draw. And we should credit Leicester City 2-0 down at the weekend, 3-2 win against Southampton. What a win that was for the Foxes. I think that's a draw, though. Aston Villa versus Bournemouth. Captain Ollie Watkins for Lumen this weekend.
Um, I've always tried to do something unorthodox with my captaincy, so watch this space.
Okay.
So Villa Bournemouth, you expect Villa to win, but and here's the but. I'm pretty sure it's Champions League this midweek, right? So you've got to factor in how much of an impact that has on Villa's performance.
I still think Villa.
Okay.
You're not answering the question.
I did say Villa. I just
Okay.
stuck my tongue up because saw the next fixture, which is Brentford versus Ipswich.
Brentford versus Ipswich. Brian Mbuemo. It's Brian Mbuemo time. He's had a week off. He's back at
It's
home.
Yo and Wissa time.
He only got like 20 minutes. It was just a real cheeky one of me to put in. I should have put in like a Danny Welbeck. I should have found someone, a Cunha, or might not have been able to afford him. But I went with Johan Wissa because I don't think anyone else is going to have him. And he's got to come back. And I think they have missed him going forward. I don't think that the alternatives have really done it. It's been Brian Mbuemo, right? But once he gets his Robin back, it's Batman and Robin time. Brentford win for me.
Yeah,
I don't know what score. Possibly a clean sheet as well. I like Brentford there.
yeah. So do I. Brighton Wolves. Harder to call that game is because
It is.
Wolves have performed well in spite of the quality of opponent. And Brighton are a weird team this year. I'm going to call that a draw.
I'm with you. Draw as well. I'm hopeful for Wolves after seeing yesterday's performance. I thought they were good. Man City versus Southampton.
I say this in all seriousness. I anticipate a record scoreline because Southampton are just so naive defensively. They're just like they play this possession-based football, but you can't get more possession than Man City, and they're going to go off on a tear. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, but we can talk about it now, is there's one move I'm seriously considering, but it's complete gamble. It is Saka for Foden. And the reason why it's a gamble is because Foden's just not starting. Like
I,
you just don't know if he starts against Foden. If he starts against Southampton, I can imagine Foden
yeah,
getting the points. But this Pep roulette, man, that is
it's
just
it's.
crazy.
I'm so surprised he's not starting Foden because without De Bruyne, they need some more creative flair to get the ball in and around Erling Haaland. Someone who plays in those tight spaces. I was watching Gundogan. I was like, is he? Kovacic is not, but he's
Yeah.
always about 18, 20 yards away from a shot. And I just don't know who they've got as that link man. And yeah,
The point is that if Savinho and Doku and even Grealish are all starting consistently ahead of Foden, that's big alarm bells. You just can't it's too much of a gamble.
yeah.
It's just that's pure red or black at Vegas.
It's not a bad shout though, and he's got to eventually play him. He was so good last season. Surely he's going to drop him in at some point. But yeah, Man City at home to Southampton. You would think that everything points to a rout.
Arsenal Liverpool is the game of the weekend, right? How good are Arsenal this season?
Pause. I don't know. Every point that we've dropped this season, we've had 10 men on the pitch. Flipping heck, Arsenal. Like, if we've got 11 players on the pitch, we're winning a game. Whenever we've had 10 men, which is 3 times this season, twice we've drawn, and this weekend we've lost.
In
How good are Arsenal this season is a question. The second question to that is, how good are Arsenal this season without Saka and Odegaard? And that's the problem, I think, for us. We've seen we can win without Odegaard. We have not seen that we can win without Saka and Odegaard. I think Saka comes back this weekend against a tougher Liverpool team, though. I could see the Arsenal-Liverpool game being a draw and then there being question marks over Arsenal's title challenge. I think that's the way the narrative will go. We need to put in a big performance this weekend.
a couple of things for me in this game. Number one, what you just mentioned there about 10 men. Arsene Wenger's early teams were known for their ill discipline. We used to get a record number of red cards, but they used to win those games.
Mm.
So, this whole thing about red cards and Arsenal, they need to change the narrative. For Liverpool, I still maintain that in spite of us being where we are, and in spite of us playing really well so far, I don't think over a course of a season we'll win the league. But if we want to consider ourselves as challengers, we have to go into the Emirates looking for a win and not a draw.
Mm.
This is an Arsenal team that's not going to have Saliba or Odegaard.
Let's rattle through the others. Everton, Fulham.
Another tricky game. I fancy a draw there.
I think Everton will nick that one. Chelsea, Newcastle.
Chelsea, Newcastle. I think Chelsea sneak it, but it won't be a high scoring game because Newcastle don't concede many goals.
I agree. Chelsea win that game. Palace, Spurs.
Oh, Spurs are winning that. Spurs are Spursy at the moment. Either losing games they should win, or dominating opponents like they did against West Ham. So Spurs to win that.
What a fixture this is. West Ham versus Man United.
Man
That's
United,
got banana skin written all over it, isn't it?
no, Man United to win that.
No.
No, I say that with my chest out. West Ham aren't doing too well, and Man United, I love it. It's glorious. They're in the cycle where they win 2 or 3 games. All the talk of the manager going, dissipates, and then they lose another game and it starts again. So they're in the cycle.
Very good. And we've already spoke Liverpool, Arsenal, Liverpool. You're saying draw. I'm saying a draw. It's a bit must win, I think. Not must win. We do need a win. Just worry about Man City just getting that last minute win against Wolves. And we don't want to be giving them too many points, basically, do we? But that takes us to game week 9. Lumen, we'll be there. We will be there. I'll speak to you soon.